Hey, yo, whoa. This is another episode of In Ski, okay? With your gracious and humble host, Ski, where I go over our everyday trending topics and give my opinion on those topics. So, first thing first, I know this may be my last time speaking on it, but I have to speak on it because I just watched it the other day. I seen the Corey Holcomb show, you guys. I know this situation has been dragging on and on and on. Like I said, this will be my last time speaking on it. Will not give no more attention to this scenario, but I just had to speak on what I saw the other day. So I thought that Corey was going to come on the show and actually go back into what he does, right? Crack jokes, talk ish, give his opinion on things that's going on. That's mainly what I think the show is about, and which I think make everybody actually tune in to pay attention to what's going on with it. So I'm gonna say, Corey, scale back, brother. Stop trying to defend something that may not even need to be defended. I'm gonna say that because I think that sometimes silence is best, right? The less said is sometimes more. Less is more sometimes. So to just ignore it and let it go and move on. Get back to what you're doing. You got too much stuff to keep bringing up these situations and bringing it back to the public to keep it on their mind, right? This is what I'm speaking on, right? I also want to touch on, Darlene coming back. So within that situation, I can't fault Darlene. I don't know her situation. I don't know her financial situation as well as what their relationship is. But he apologized on the show, but I don't know if you can continue to keep apologizing for doing the same thing. I just feel like bad behavior, constant, I'm gonna say, bad behavior shouldn't be rewarded with accepting an apology from someone who keeps doing the same thing over and over again. So he's gonna call you out your name in the next few weeks and then he apologizes. It's the same pattern. But like I said, everyone's entitled to do what they want. I'm not here to bash D, I just don't understand it, right? And it may not be for me to understand, which is fine, I don't think that everything is for everybody to understand, right? Like Corey said, no one knows their dynamic or what their situation is. But what I will say is, if people are thinking that you and D have something going on, what you did last week, I swear it seemed suckerish to me. You kind of hinted towards it without saying it and then saying, I can't tell you, you lame, but what me and D got going on, and you kind of showed your hand, right? If people was thinking it's something more than just you guys working on a show with each other, you kind of put that out there. So I'm gonna say, Corey, chill, brother. Figure out how to navigate this situation, but I would say stop talking about it. Stop bringing it up because it's starting to look redundant. It's starting to look like you have something to have. As much as you keep saying, well, you guys gonna know, let it come out there, brother. Stop speaking on it, but you keep speaking on it, so I would say that. This last episode, though, he went on this rant about the lead attorney, right? And had his lawyer come on there to speak on the lead attorney and speak on what transpired with them when the lead attorney was saying something about him coming on the show, doing an interview with him because Corey gave him permission or whatever, which we all figured out that's neither here nor there. Sounds like it was a lie, right? And the guy kind of debunked it, But they went a little bit further, right? They said that, excuse me. The lead attorney is not an attorney. He's not a practicing attorney, right? So when they put that out, they say he's not even an attorney. He doesn't have a license. He let his license lapse, but he was an attorney. You know, he went to school. He passed the bar. At some point, he was practicing it. So, man was an attorney. Is he an active attorney? I think everybody kind of should have knew that. If you didn't know that, then you're a fool, if you ask me, because he's doing too much other things to be really focused on taking cases. And what was the last case that you seen the man representing in court or even heard about representing in court? He's a divorce lawyer. So many divorces going on. Celebrity, regular people, whatever. But for you to not been practicing since 2019 was the last case that they was able to find, says something to me. It says that you're not actively practicing and you don't have any plans on actively practicing. So when you say, oh, I was rooting for Corey, I was trying to help him out and give some advice, well, you're really not at liberty to do that right now because that's not your focus, right? They figured out that the man had a false name, which everybody kind of uses that as far as a stage name for, you know, the entertainment business endeavors, right? So I wouldn't really, what you could say, can't really bash him for that, you know? I mean, I think we all do it. Most people do it, you know, they have a stage name to separate their personal from their business, right? And that makes sense. But for you to keep going on and dragging this, I mean, whatever the lead attorney said, it struck a chord in Corey. And he felt the need to bring his lawyer on. He felt the need to have the lawyer explain what was going on, right? And gave him a chance to keep hurling insults at the lead attorney guy. And then you throw Kevin Samuel in the mix for whatever reason, right? And he keeps bashing this man. For one reason or another, he keeps bashing Kevin Samuel. And Kevin Samuel is deceased. Let him rest in peace. You said you think that he said some of the realest things, but you also feel like he's moist. What does sexuality have to do with who he was or his character as far as what he spoke about, right? And then throw in and bash this man about, you know, things like that. That doesn't really make sense to me, to make the lead attorney look like he's on some backdoor thing. It is starting to seem like you always revert to that when it comes to you speaking on someone or something that have to do with entertainment or whatever, if it's going back and forth with you. To me, it seems like you're trying to divert from what's really going on or the real things that you need to be speaking on.